Boy, is it surreal to be here in front of a camera again. What a wild feeling. I tell you what, it's been a while. Welcome back to me too. I tell you, 2 years is an epically long time to not do the things that you love. I decided that we should probably do ye old coffee talk, chit chat, little coffee break action just before I jump into all the good stuff again, all the fun shit. You kind of got to get through the update. Where have I been? What have I been up to? 2 years, maybe 2.5. It's been a really long time. A lot has changed. Where I left you, I was moving out of the creaky old house that I lived in and into this wonderful loft, which is by far the best place I have ever lived in my entire life. My burnout for YouTube started very early on in the pandemic. We had just moved into this place and I didn't even know if I was gonna get a U-Haul to bring my stuff over because it was everything was shutting down. Everything, including my job. I was in a really weird place. When I set my computer back up here, some of the files that I had saved from the packing vlogs that I was doing corrupted my editing software, which took at least a month or two to figure out. So during that time of heavy transitioning into a weird world and the fact that I couldn't actually stitch things together for you guys, I just literally burnt out. All of the good parts of my personality, like going out, doing things, had been just completely turned off. I started this channel when I was very young. If you go back, you can find some itsy bitsy little videos of me in my parents' basement. I just wanted to share my life the way that my grandmother and the way that my father did. They were constantly holding a VHS camera in their hands at any given moment. So it just kind of runs in the family, wanting to capture things, wanting to share them with your friends and your family, and just hold on to memories. And that is honestly why I started this channel a bajillion years ago. And I very quickly leaned into vlogs as a source of entertainment. I did other things sprinkled in there too, but all of the things that I did during a pandemic were just not necessary. There was nothing to vlog, there was no reason to make outfits, there was no reason to DIY a new vest because there was nowhere to show it off. There was like, you get what I'm saying? Everything that I loved dissolved very quickly, and I was just kind of in a state of shock. I spent a lot of time in bed, not doing a whole lot of anything for the first little bit. It was a really tough time in my life. I won't sugarcoat it. But it was for a lot of people. And I do kick myself quite frequently that I didn't use that time wisely, because I had all of this time off from work, my like 9 to 5 or 5 to 2 a.m. in the morning. Work was null and void, and I could have spent it doing things like outfit videos and yada yada, but I didn't feel like it. Nothing in my soul, in my being, felt like it. Who am I gonna inspire? What are they going to do? So I was stuck, if you will. I was very stuck, is where I was. The pandemic really switched my focus to anything I could change. Like, our house life was really what I was putting a lot of my effort into. Not going out to shows to spend umpteen $1 million on merchandise from bands and drinks and food and cabs home. I had a shit ton of savings. So I started to invest in things here. Things like we bought a nice new mattress and we bought a nice new bed frame to pay off slowly. I bought a Camaro. A lot of you guys might know some of this stuff because I found it easier to share things on Instagram stories because it was just easy to grab. It was second nature. Posting a video on Instagram stories takes like 2 seconds of thought, but doing an entire vlog takes so much time and so much energy. I wish more people knew just how much goes into creating entertaining videos for people. So I was doing a lot more of the Instagram style stuff. I really didn't hop on Reels. I really didn't hop on many of the transitional changing trends and stuff. Like, none of my energy was going into video content for a very long time. All of my mojo was like sucked away. I'm still very much in that mindset of investing in my home and investing in my life. I still do go out quite frequently now that everything's starting to feel a little bit better. Vaccines really opened up the world again, which is incredible, and I'm so thankful. But I am still putting a lot more money into my life and into the things that really matter to me. I'm currently saving up for a winter car, winter SUV, winter truck. We're not really sure. We're still searching Kijiji almost every day to see what's out there. Our Camaro is not a winter driver, not recommended, and we really, really want to preserve it as best as we can because there isn't very much rust on it, and we're trying to keep it that way. So salty, slushy, yucky, that is what Canada is in the winter, so we're really trying to preserve. Sorry, my feet are going asleep already. So hopefully we can find something that's gonna be a little bit more acceptable in the winter, a little bit better to drive, hopefully have a radio. That's the goal. But what's new? Out of everything going on, like what has been going on? For all the people who are not currently following on my Instagram stories, I'll do a very small recap for you guys so that you know what's going on. This past year, I turned 30 years old. I love being 30. It is wonderful. You know, I was very well prepared for turning 30 thanks to Jennifer Garner and 13 going on 30. It actually made me excited to be an older woman. I love it. I'm a very big fan. I just feel like I'm finally starting to really get into the grooves of my life where everything doesn't feel so challenging. I'm starting to really narrow down what matters in my life, like the people that matter and what really is deserving of my time. So that is all very wonderful little domino effects from being a wiser human. I unfortunately lost most of my gym progress. I had been going for 2.5 years solid. I was finally starting to get into my peak fitness body that I always wanted, and I unfortunately did lose all of that progress during COVID. I'm back on the wagon again. I've been very slowly transitioning my life to be a more active one again. It's harder than it seems, knowing that it's gonna take as long as it took to get where I got. But we're doing it. I'm back at the gym. I'm trying so hard to eat healthier. Life is on the up and up. There was a part of the pandemic that became so lazy, like all the times I caught COVID and wasn't allowed to leave the house. I did catch it pretty early on because I work in a restaurant, and you guys gotta know that working in a restaurant is a dirty, dirty job. You are constantly touching everybody's spit on all of their utensils and cups and stuff. So I caught it back in the day when you had to quarantine for 14 days. And that sucked. We pulled the mattress into the living room and slept on it for 2 weeks straight. didn't put it back on the bed because we were just so tired all the time. It was just awful. I was pre-vaccine, and then I did catch it once again after I got my second vaccine, so it was a lot more tame. There was a lot of lazing around from 2020 into 2021, I gotta tell ya. I was doing a heck of a load of nothing. So getting back into it has been a little bit of a challenge, but I do work a very physically demanding job. I'm on my feet for like 8 to 10 hours a shift most of the time, so you know, I do a lot of walking. Even though there were a lot of like trials and tribulations as far as like me and my family not really having a lot of the same beliefs in the public health crisis that happened, no matter what, it still did bring me a little bit closer with my family, regardless of how many late night fights we had. We went through a lot of hardships as a family. We also went through a lot of remedying those hardships. I am finding myself a lot closer with my family, which is really sacred to me. We've had a lot of nights out in nature together, which is something that I've really transitioned into focusing on a lot more, is spending more time out there. There's so much to see, there's so much to do. I live in one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Canada has some wonderfully scenic places, so I've been really investing my time into camping and doing little day trips to lakes, hikes, things like that. I've just been getting out a lot more, and I feel like a lot more people are doing that since the lockdowns and everything, which is just really good. It's just so good. I feel like humans need nature, so a long time of me spending in dusty, dirty, musty bar basements in my youth resulted in me really craving the outdoors, the fresh air, open spaces, no dickweeds, that kind of stuff. I have started investing more time and effort and money into new tattoos. You guys probably have not seen that dude. He's just a Grim Reaper. I also did get this barbed wire on my chest. I do love it so much. Yeah, I've been putting a lot of time into that. I don't know if you guys have seen my Lemmy piece. He's got to be my hands down favorite tattoo. He's half snaggletooth, half regular Lemmy. I'm a very big fan of that one. Okay, I feel like I did a pretty okay job of summing everything up. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I do have a vlog incoming. I'm going camping with my family. We rented a cabin on Airbnb, and we're gonna go enjoy a few days out in nature there with my mom and my stepdad and my sisters. So if you guys are interested in that, I will try to get that up as soon as frickin' possible, and just stick around for that. I know you guys do want to see a lot more vlogs from me. I did ask on Instagram recently what you guys want to see, but I'd love to ask here as well. So please let me know down below what you are excited to see me do, because I am so unbelievably ready to get back into it. You have no idea. Even though my entire being, every chromosome inside of me did not want to be doing this for like 2 years, there was that tiny little voice in the back of my head that was just yearning for that connection again, because I have truly missed it this entire time. And I really do want to get back into it. So here I am, starting out the journey, fresh and ready to go. Also, do you like my haircut? It was time for a change. I had had straight long hair and Betty bangs for too long, so we got some layers going on. I can curl them real nice around the face like this, and I feel real fancy. Anyways, I hope it's good to have me back in your lives again. Take care, guys, and I will see you in the next video.